Hello guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Marv. This is Readings by Marvelous Madame Tarot. This is going to be the weekly energy reading, carrying you through the energy of October 8th through the 15th for the beautiful sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Now Aquarius, I am going to go ahead and break down the happenings of this week and let you know where to go and find every single thing if you want to know more. All right, so we opened up the week with a Venus in Virgo on 10/8. Pluto went direct in Capricorn on 10/10. The next day, 10/11, Mars actually entered Scorpio. We're going to end this week out, this thing out. 1 second, guys. Let me spray my hands with, and I just popped the cap across the room. You know I just did that if you heard it. We end this significant week of ours with a new moon and solar eclipse in the sign of Libra. All right, it's going to be on 10/14. All right, everything you need to know is below in the description box for you and your collective. And if you're interested in knowing more about that, all of those things, you can find information on my website, www.marvelousmadame.com. Now, I want to let you know this eclipse Aquarius, if you are an Aquarius sun and rising, is hitting you in your 9th house. We will talk more about that in the eclipse video. I do not like this already. We're starting this week out with 7 swords. There is an energy of deception around you. Something, someone. Okay, obviously, if I'm looking at a 2 of Cups, this is either deceiving yourself about a connection that you have with someone that you want more of, or not looking at the connection the way you should be. You're either being deceived or you are deceived or are deceiving yourself. This is 7 swords. The reason why I assign that energy to you, Aquarius, is because unfortunately with fixed air, once you get fixed upon a certain way of thinking or a certain thought, just like with all of the other fixed signs and their element for their things, then thoughts and words and the way that you see something is all that you're going to focus on. And sometimes, just sometimes, with the way that your ruler Uranus deceives you, because it is the great disruptor and the way that it likes to shake things up. Sometimes you can be looking at things from a completely far-fetched perspective, and it's not reality-based. The only basis is because you feel it or because this is what you think. That can be what this is, okay? That is deception. And again, it can go either way because unfortunately Uranus, depending on where your Aquarian sign is, it also contradicts because it changes its position so much. And it contradicts so quickly, you can find yourself saying one thing, and before that other thought has come to fruition, it changes. And the rhyme or reason and the timeline behind when it changes varies. We are also looking at a 6 of Pentacles. So this feels like you went into this week feeling one way about a connection, and then it changes, okay? And we're looking at 6 Pentacles in the heart. So who are you deceiving, or who is deceiving you? Because what is looked at, or what this is revealing, is that balance is what's needed. Balance is what is being craved. And what's also very evident is you and another person. So you either want balance with this individual and want the scales to be even, which that's not necessarily far-fetched and out of the realm of possibility. However, how you're looking at this situation, or how this person looked at the situation with you, is what led to this 7 of Swords energy, leading this energy. Why is 7 swords here, Spirit? We're looking at 7 cups. So it is very, very clear to see that someone thought that the grass was greener on the other side. With 7 cups, which leads to 7 swords, that makes sense. This is the energy of too many choices, spreading yourself too thin with too many decisions, but knowing that all of those decisions are not viable. So for example, you're telling yourself that you're going to leave a situation, knowing damn well that the options that you present yourself with that make you feel better about leaving are not viable. So it's just one of those energies or that thing where you say, I'm leaving, but you put no thought and actual action plan behind it. So you keep going in a loop because you never actually do anything. You're just telling yourself that would be deceiving yourself into thinking that you're going to move forward with something that you know you're not equipped mentally or physically to even move forward into. So this makes complete sense as to why the Seven of Cups would present or lead us into a Seven of Swords, because it's deception. You're deceiving yourself, making yourself feel better about something that you're actually not handling. What is desired, obviously, it's balance in a relationship. And the top of the deck reveals the Ace of Wands. Not only is the balance and wanting to bring things back into a state of reciprocity is what is desired. This bond is as deep as ever with two cups being here. So no matter how much, the past dictates the future, or the past plays a role in present energy, the bottom line is that this person is still in your heart. You have an active relationship with that person. And if it is marred in lies, if it is choices and lies and deception, what this shows is you're just as much a part of creating and perpetuating this false narrative than the other person is. But take it as it resonates, them to you or you to them. The hardest thing for fixed air is to get you to believe that you do anything wrong. I'm not arguing with any of you if you're listening. If you are fixed, it doesn't matter whether it's Taurus, whether it's Scorpio, whether it is Leo, or whether it is Aquarius. The hardest thing to get a fixed sign to believe is that they are just as much as responsible for their actions. It's just how you are by design. So we don't have to argue about it. If you didn't like that, then you can click off. But to the rest of you guys who want to be enlightened, let's go ahead and get the clarifiers. Because it just is what it is. I have fixed energy in my chart and I understand the plight. But, words, thoughts, and the way they are presented to you guys is what is front and center in your life. And a lot of things get lost in translation because you don't like the way something was said, and you block yourself from things that you need, all because of that thing. And that is the plight of a fixed sign. No matter what element, you have your own flavor. What's clarifying this is the devil. Exactly what I'm describing. There is attachments. There are, entanglements, behaviors, bad behaviors, habits that is wreaking havoc in this thought process or connection with another person. There is a constant sense of looping deception where you want something, but you won't move forward with it because of someone else or because of this perception of what someone thinks, feels, or said or didn't say. It is amazing. And if you actually just sit back and simplify the entire process and get out of your own way, because this devil is here, then you will have what you want. The biggest part is forgiving yourself, because I believe, especially with my experience with your zodiac sign, is that the biggest hurdle is yourself. And that's really with all four of the fixed signs. It is what it is. Why is this here? So the devil is clarifying this deception. Look at this, and more deception. I can't even make it up. So this is, I believe, twofold. The person that you're dealing with and this Two of Cups is equally deceptive. So both of you guys are in an energy where you're perpetuating, I'm going to act like I don't want you, but I really do want you. That is the most asinine thing I've ever heard in my life. And I understand. I have been arguing with Aquarians my entire life, and it still don't make sense to me. I don't care what you say. It is probably going to resonate with you more if you are an Aquarius that has any fire, or if you are an Aquarius that's on Capricorn cusp, or if you are Aquarius, obviously, that has water, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio in your chart. That's going to make you double fixed. And what does that mean? What does that equivocate to, guys? Closed-mindedness. I'm not making it up. It just is what it is. So your way is the way, but your way isn't getting you what you want. You have to re-examine that. It just is what it is. I'm happy to have more cardinal to balance out my fixed signs, because if I didn't, I would be doing the exact same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome, which, as we know, is the definition of insanity. So I'm going to let you know here that whatever this relationship thing is, because it is looking like a relationship reading, this person in this Two of Cups is deceiving you just as much as you're deceiving them. And I'm not talking about like third party energy. I'm just talking about you guys are doing the exact same thing over and over again and hiding your feelings from one another. Yep, look at that, because you blocked them. I cannot make this up today. Look at this, you blocked them. You blocked them, you blocked your emotions out. I'm going to tell you a little bit of a secret. The best way to get over someone, regardless of whether if you love them and you don't like how they treat you, is just to accept that you love them and move on. Because what you don't realize is by you keeping yourself in a state of deception, trying to convince yourself of one thing mentally, but you feel something different, that means that you are out of alignment, number one. And number two, you're going to continue to keep revisiting the same thing over and over again. Once you accept that you love the person and say it out loud, there's not going to be like a Channel 5 News press conference outside that's going to call you stupid. A lot of the time, this energy is you don't want to be humiliated or you don't want to feel dumb. But newsflash, you probably already do. And no one had to tell you that. So that is something that you have to deal with on your own, okay? Top of the deck is 3 wands. So you're trying. For those of you who have survived this long, and I know you don't like what I'm saying, the good news is that you are trying to look and get out of your outdated thinking mode, which is a good thing. Because the answer to evolution is to stop doing the same things that you do over and over again that don't serve you. The problem with a lot of, especially with you, because your sign just happens to be a sword sign. It's an air sign. So the problem with air signs that I think that all of you guys share is there's always this other person component. And that's the hard part, because everything that you do to a certain degree is shrouded behind, well, what is this person going to think? I'm going to feel guilty about what this person is going to think, or what is this person going to say? You have to balance out codependency and independent. And you have to understand that these people are not above the spiritual laws and are not gods. So you have to take them off of a pedestal. And I know you may not like them. That's the contradiction of your zodiac sign. But you have to stop worshiping the pain. Like, it's one of those things where I don't say this and I don't say that, but that's all 7 of Swords stuff. I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that. That's all 7 of Swords stuff. That's easy. It's easy for you to pretend you don't care. But when you lay down that night by yourself, this is what you have on your mind, this 2 of Cups. Moving on. And this eclipse is not going to be comfortable. So I'm just going to let you know that. Especially, I'm going to leave these 2 7 of Swords out because I do feel like you guys are mirroring. I'm going to leave this 2 of Cups out. There is no major arcana other than our clarifying energy. So you know what that means to me. If the clarifying energy is the major arcana, then that definitely solidifies the fact for me, because that this is the reason why it's happening. And present energy shows that there is no major changes, then you're still doing the exact same thing. That's what this means. This is the Seven of Swords, and that is the Seven of Swords. And this is where we are, Aqua. Now, if you want to know and you want to evolve out of this and you want some tricks and tips, you can feel free to hit me up. www.marvelousmadam.com. I actually have a limited time from now until the end of the year of my availability. You can book. You do not have to email me anymore. You do not have to be a member. And you don't have to be an existing client to book a reading. If you want some tips on what this is and how to get out of it, you can go ahead and book me. I will see you guys in your eclipse video. To everyone else, I'll see you next week when we do it again. Good luck, Aquarius, because this is not a easy energy. With any fixed sign, it's not going to be easy. Any fixed sign. I have double Taurus. And so I understand. And in one of my fixed sign house placements, it's in detriment. So I talk it like I know it. We are all human. But as I say to anybody who has ever asked me for my help, you have to start with knowing yourself and trust yourself. And when you tell yourself something, you have to trust that you can get yourself out of it. If you do not trust yourself, then you're going to find yourself stuck. And that whole, I don't want to be bothered with anybody, that's only because you feel that you're going to be judged when someone points out that a way that you think, feel, or act is, they disagree with it. And people who don't want to change, typically they're fixed. They don't want to be bothered and they isolate themselves because no one understands you. So you say, well, I'm not dealing with this person. And I know I've been there. I only got those two fixed signs, trust me. And they're not in my inners. One of them is in my inner and one is in, as well as Venus and Mars. So it's close enough, but that's not the point. The point is even with them being there, I still struggle with it. But I have 7 times cardinal. So those cardinal and sometimes 2 cardinal. So no matter what you are, you still have to balance it. The point is that I have to work very hard to evolve out of that fixed way of thinking. And I'm telling you that when I did it, Aqua Collective, is when it set me free. Whatever I didn't want, I accepted the fact that it was happening. And when I unclenched it, that's when miracles happen. Like, share, subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. I'm done preaching because you probably don't want to listen to it anyway. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.